Security challenges, including the South China issue, have been discussed during the courtesy call of Swedish State Secretary for Foreign Affairs Jan Knutsson at the Department of National Defense, DND. In a statement on Thursday, the DND said Undersecretary Irineo Espino met with Knutsson on January 26 and tackled climate change, the Ukraine war, cross-strait tensions, and the South China Sea issue. Both sides looked forward to developing a long-term bilateral cooperation, underscoring the importance of upholding the rules-based international order and strengthening security ties between like-minded countries, the DND said. During the meeting, Knutsson also presented Sweden's cost-effective materiel, primarily its aircraft, as he showcased the country's strong defense industry to counter threats. Espino expressed DND's interest in cooperating with Sweden in terms of technology transfer as well as in research and development, among others, to protect the Philippines' sovereignty. Philippines and Sweden also both acknowledged the urgency of addressing cybersecurity threats. In relation to defense capability development, the Philippine and Swedish sides also discussed the implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding concerning cooperation in the acquisition of defense materiel, updates on the revised Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program and funding requirements, and the Philippine procurement law, the DND said. The January 26, 2024 meeting served as a follow-on to Espino's courtesy call on Knutsson during the Philippine officials' visit to Stockholm in October 2023. The Philippines and Sweden have reached an agreement that would have the former obtaining new fighter jets as part of the Philippine Air Force, PAF's multi-role fighter acquisition project. The agreement opens up opportunities for Swedish defense industries to participate in the Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program as well as for possible joint initiatives in support of the Philippines' thrust to achieve a self-reliant defense posture, the Department of National Defense said in a statement. Apart from discussions around the usual issues such as the ongoing issues surrounding the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian war and China's plans to attack Taiwan, the highlight of the Swedish Foreign Minister's visit was the Memorandum of Understanding or MOU on defense materials between the Philippines and Sweden, which is reported as still waiting today in the Swedish Parliament, awaiting its ratification. This is clearly demonstrated by the Philippine Air Force's multi-role fighter jet acquisition project, which is still in a weak state as they still have the Saab JAS-39 Gripen C/D aircraft as the aircraft of choice under this project. It remains to be seen how the talks will unfold, especially in light of the ongoing limbo of the ratification of the agreement between the two parties involved. The Swedish government's offer to supply the Saab JAS-39 Gripen multi-role fighter aircraft, MRF, to the Philippines was one of the main topics discussed by Department of National Defense, DND, officials. The Gripen is one of two fighter jets being targeted by the Philippine Air Force, PAF, to meet multi-role fighter, MRF, requirements. The MRF project requirements stipulate that the aircraft offered must be fourth generation or higher. The MRF project is supposed to be part of Horizon 2 of the AFP modernization program slated for 2018 to 2022. The Philippines is ready to carry out a major transformation in its military sector. The defense spending plan, known as Horizon 3, over the next 10 years, commits the country to spending up to 2 trillion pesos, $35 billion, to strengthen its military capabilities, which aims to acquire more equipment for external defense. The project also requires 12 MRFs at least capable of patrolling the country's protected waters and airspace. The MRFs are expected to backstop the military's existing fleet of 12 South Korean-made Mach 1.5 capable FA-50PH lightweight jet fighters. Another contender in the PAF's MRF acquisition program is the Lockheed Martin F-16V Viper jet fighter. Any aircraft that will be selected must be able to integrate with existing radar systems that have a range of about 250 nautical miles. Saab has received an additional order from the Swedish Defence Materiel Administration, FMV, to ensure the continued operation and capability enhancement of Gripen C/D. The order is valued at 579 million Swedish krona. The additional order includes designing new development and simulation environments for Gripen C/D as well as developing new support systems that will facilitate the harmonization of Gripen C/D and Gripen E for the Swedish customer. The order also includes supplementary orders for equipment and hardware. The upgrade of Gripen C/D is an important step in maintaining a high level of operational capability in the turbulent world we live in. It is also important in order for Gripen C/D to operate beyond 2030, says Lars Tossman, head of Saab's aeronautics business area.